Came a wintry night, foes from below, blood on the snow, bright crimson.
Hey and welcome, I'm Hammeh and welcome to my playthrough of The Bard's Tale 4, Barrows Deep. This is the Kickstarter backers demo, so it says closed beta, this is the backers demo, which is very awesome. So remember, this is a work in progress game very much, and the first time I actually started this game up, I loved this music so much. Music is a massive thing in this game. So let's get a new game going. And we're going to get stuck into this.
The song I sing will tell the tale of a cold and wintry day, of castle walls and torchlit halls, and a price men had to pay. When evil fled and brave men bled, the Dark One came to stay, till men of old, for blood and gold, had rescued Skara Brae.
Now, The Bard's Tale 4 is part of a series, in a sense. I mean, the first three were out in the 80s.
Not hardly.
How about a song before we go?
It will have to be a short one.
Hanging's too good for them!
Ouch.
Thus, children, shall the sword father smite all who befriend the old races.
Okay. So, the beginning. So, as I said, The Bard's Tale, in the 80s, there were 3 Bard's Tales games. There was a recent outing which was a little different. They're known for their comedy, their dungeon crawling, and their bards, their singing and their songs, amongst many other things. So, this is from In Exile. In Exile has luminaries of interplay, so you will know the original Fallout games. In Exile recently, things like Torment, Tides of Numeria, things like that, Wasteland 2, similar titles like that. So if you're into your combat RPGs, then this could be right up your alley. And following my Unwrapped, which I do over on my main channel, this is me just playing with a little bit of a let's play, playing through, talking through the game, things about it, and other things that you might enjoy too. So a little bit of loading here. Times in Skara Brae are hard indeed. I've got to go speak to Rabbi.
He shall cut out the tongues of the bards who sing of them. For the sword father knows it is the followers of the old ways who are killing the people of Skara Brae.
That's why everyone's just been hung.
Us to their dark and bloody-handed gods.
So we've got a bit of an inquisition going on here. Now, the best way of describing it, I've got to go and find Rabbi. So this is Skara Brae, and effectively what has been going on story-wise before this is in the previous 3 Bard's Tales, this city has become various sort of challenges and attacks by all sorts of things. Now the times are hard once again, and this lot are effectively blaming practitioners of the old ways and also the older races. So elves, dwarves, adventurers, witches, warlocks, people who practice magic. I'm going to have a chat to Rabbi.
Oh, that's a bad business. And no mistake.
I don't understand. What did they do? What was their crime?
Their crime? Existing was their crime. The Fatherites don't like our kind.
Now this game is fully voiced, which is awesome. There's so much like cool voice work.
Before those paladins give us a second glance.
I'll give them a second glance. And maybe a...
Oh, here now. Save it. You'll only get yourself killed. And we need you. You're gonna save Skara Brae. You're looking at me like you think old Rabbi's had a few too many. Well, maybe I have. But this is no drunkard's fancy.
Oh, aye.
You've been in my dreams 7 nights now, and each one with the same end. You the hero, and me lost.
That doesn't sound too good.
They all
for Rabbi
start
anyway.
With some evil slithering out of the darkness, and you driving it back from whence it came. But I don't make it to the happy ever after. And there's a moment right at the end where you could save me. And instead you choose not to. You just turn away and leave me to be buried alive.
He's sounding a little resentful of that fact. I wouldn't blame him.
Well, maybe that means I shouldn't trust you. But you're the best hope we've got. So I guess I'll just have to pray that part's not true. Anyway, hero, let's get back to the Adventurers Guild. I have a few words to say to the congregation.
Okay, so there we go.
This way.
We have a destiny. Rabbi, the leader of the Adventurers Guild, has temporarily joined your party. He can attack with his axe and chalet, as well as hand out health potions to his allies. Sounds pretty good. I like that very, very much. Okay. So, certainly very kind of Scottish, Gaelic, Celtic theme, this world, this universe. Melody the Bard. Okay, we can replace with a custom character. I think we'll do that. Melody, I wonder if she's fully voiced throughout the entire game. That'd be interesting. Okay, let's get to work. So, on the map, these little things indicate which way I believe we should go.
You can't swing a cat in Scarabray these days without hitting a paladin. Not that I'm prone to swinging cats.
And the Bard's Tale are definitely known. They've got a certain sense of humour. They don't take themselves too seriously.
Soup. Delicious soup.
I would like some soup.
Aha!
Hello!
Come here for soup, have you? Well, soup is not an adequate description for what you'll
There's
be
so
getting.
much. If this is, it says this game is fully voiced, and if this game is like fully voiced, fully voice acted throughout the game, it is generally talking about soup for that long.
No. On consideration, you are not.
Only to let me know that I cannot. Right. Well, I'm going to find. I swear. Maybe not in this demo because it might not let me, but I swear I'm going to find a way to get this soup.
Ruffians.
Oh. Suit yourself. I have to say I'm quite offended. Listen, Thomas. Were you Thomas? Listen, Thomas. You have made an enemy until I have some of that soup. Okay. I'm quite liking the look of Scarborough.
I've known some good trout, but not many. Adventurers saved this town.
Round 'em up. That's what I say.
I've known elves, dwarves and trow all my life. Finest people around.
Now, for Unwrapped, I've jumped into various different bits of this game, and I was just walking through, and the beautiful music at the beginning of the game, and then this particular NPC singing this song. I'm just going to pause so you can listen for a while. And when I was first having a little fiddle with this game, and we're going to continue this through a full playthrough, so there are bits of this that I've done up to a point, and then bits I haven't. And I just stopped and listened to this. There's apparently over 30 hours of Gaelic music in this game. Jed Grimes, who I can't remember, was it Simple Minds, maybe? Jed Grimes is from? With the top Gaelic singers in the world. And there is some genuinely beautiful music in this game. Really, really, really good. So just, yeah, I cannot fault the music in this game. And as you're walking around, you hear it in various places.
Seems like they're hanging
Just like something of this quality. Just absolutely beautiful. No, you know, I do like a bit of. I do like a bit of Celtic, a little bit of Gaelic style music. What have you got to say for yourself, Farmer Killop? Aye.
Cabbage, carrots, and potatoes. Cabbage, carrots, potatoes.
All right. Now, I've not played the original Bard's Tale games. I've had a look at some videos and things of them.
Really, I do. Don't say that.
So yeah, the Temple of the Swordfather. So the Father Rites are the people doing this sort of semi-inquisition at the moment. They want Snaff Oakmore. Necromancy and possession of forbidden texts. Wouldn't want to be him right now. No, there are little chatters and conversations in the town as you go around. But we're going to head over to the Adventurers Guild.
the guild.
And genuinely, Scarborough is a beautiful town. I wonder where the ships are in port. Maybe we'll find out later. But beautiful, beautiful looking stuff. And that was a particular image that I thought was good. And I want to know what that thing is in the background back there. Now, obviously, I've not played the previous games, but I'm guessing that's the farther right sort of, you know, centre of their religion in the middle there with the chalice. And then that thing in the background, cool, look at that. Huge, iconic statue of some description or another. Intriguing.
Oh, Rabbi, a new recruit?
Indeed. Let me in.
Rabbi!
Hey, Rab.
We are pleased you're safe.
Aye, me too. Bide here a bit. I'm going to say a few words.
There were more folk killed last night. Some great beast, they said.
And again, they blame us for it.
Something's brewing, that's for certain. I've heard the singing 3 times this month. 3 times!
But what is behind it? Who is behind it?
All right, quiet down, friends. I've something to say. What I just saw at Henrod's hanging tree was the last straw. We can't just keep talking about doing something. We have to...
Do you hear that?
The Song of the Maiden. What does it foretell this time?
I'll explain that Song of the Maiden in a bit.
Burn this den of evil to the ground!
This way, hero! Hurry!
So the Song of the Maiden, as a brief summary, there is and so you can keep Melody, and I wonder if she's fully voiced. I'm going to create a character of my own. The Song of the Maiden is effectively a couple of gods came to this world a long time ago, and they kind of created humanity as a race, elves, and they sort of fostered them as their own. Elves and dwarves were elsewhere in the world. There was then a big war between humans sort of under the control of these sort of slightly malicious gods, and then the elves and dwarves with their gods. The elves and dwarves won through. As punishment for humanity, to keep these gods sort of beyond this world, they were sort of sent back through the veil, almost as it were. The daughter of one of the human kings was made to sing this song of holding forever, and that's the Song of the Maiden, which effectively prevents these gods from getting back into the world. So it's a very important piece of music. And if that music is ringing around, it's generally not a good thing. This all happened a very long time ago. All right. Character creation time. So, yeah. Really beautiful looking game so far. The writer of Wasteland 2, Nathan Long, worked on the story of this, which is pretty cool. There's over 350 speaking parts, apparently. There you go, we got a bit of Bard in the Bard's Tale, haven't we? But you basically got your broad 4 classes. So, Bards, buff, debuff, and then we can fight as well. You got to drink. You got to drink to get your spell points. So you got to be in a continuous state of being drunk or near drunk, which is hilarious. Your magic users, practitioners. You can be spellblades as well. Conjurers, magicians, sorcerers, wizards, archmages. Can do very, very cool bits of stuff. But I'm going to be a bard, just to let you guys know. Fighter, sounds like your stereotypical archetype. Can tank a bit, can throw a sword around a bit. Tactical fighters, dueling, or just using generally superior stats. They should be at the front. Sounds good. Last but not least, a rogue. I'm guessing we'll probably know this. Oh look, we got a wrong burgundy question mark. Remember, of course, that, as I said, this is a beta. You know, this is a Kickstarter backers demo. So, of course, there's still polishing and things going on. This is not the finished game. But hey, I'm just being grammar police. Rogues have the unique ability to conceal your party, making it easier to avoid or ambush enemies. So there you go, roguish. But I'm going to be a bard. We know this. A bead, a human bead. So your different races have different histories. So the civilized humans, effectively, the babes. You have the Einar, the coast sort of dwellers, effectively. Oh, each time they struck, they gain +1 strength the rest of the fight. That makes them powerful, but that's a very interesting thing to do. Gain 1 bonus skill at levels 3, 10 and 18, so that's kind of an educate thing. So, you know, these effectively, your background will give you different abilities. The 50, they're kind of like the forest hunting people. So, once per battle, you can absorb damage from an ally that would otherwise kill them. Nice. Good tank ability. Outlanders, coming from a variety of cultures, immune to poison, fire and bleeding. I'm sure those will be thrown at you. Dwarves, very insular. Many come out. Can't be stunned, rooted, or forcibly moved. That's good. The elves, a well-educated race, innate magical abilities, plus 30 intelligence, plus 1 maximum spell points, makes them very good magicians and spellcasters. Kind of a standard fantasy D&D type thing. And then the Trow. The old tale said, Trow around the house is good luck. They've left food for them, so I don't know, they seem to be quite a scrappy race. 1 opportunity when they land a killing blow, only happen once per turn. Nice. So if you have a Trow in your party, I guess opportunity is the resource that you spend alongside spell points to use abilities effectively and move in combat. That's very important when you see how the Bard's Tale 4 does the fighting piece. I'm going to human myself for now.
You don't scare me.
What am I going to look at?
Come forward.
Come on. Were you born this? Run along now. Oh.
This isn't my first fight, you know.
You don't scare me.
Come on, you wee git.
Is that your face, or are you walking backwards?
Oh, brilliant.
If you don't go away, I shall be quite cross.
It would be so nice if you weren't here.
Are you even trying?
Try me.
You make me sick.
You make me sick.
How can you prevail when we have right on our side?
I shall cleanse you from this earth.
Oh.
Watch out, or I'll hurt you.
You're going to get what's coming to you.
Oh,
why are you being so awful?
I'm going to have to be the posh, bemused male amongst all of the Gaelic style, some Scottish accents. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. I have to say that's probably one of the few games skill points. Okay, so we can level up. We can level up skill points. All right. We can go between different things. Okay, so to unlock tiers, you need to spend at least points in a tier. Got to go to the Adventurers Guild to be judged worthy of advancement. What do I have to do there? All right. Then you can refund skills by right-clicking them. You can refund them all. So basically, that's cool because it means you can kind of juggle around. So you can try different things and see what works for you. You can kind of like respec for free. It's not like MMO style. Right, so what do I want my bard to be doing? Hot cross buttons. Okay, so... So I can give it a shield with Constitution. Sounds good. So let's have a look at music first. We've got different instant spell points, obviously, for casting. Cooldown, so I can either help other people fight, or I can... I can't see the rest yet, so I guess I've got to unlock this level. Shrunks, a debuff, reducing their power by 50%. A burning hot aura that deals physical damage and lights on fire any melee who strikes you or nearby allies with a melee attack. That sounds fun. Spell points, so that's kind of a party support. Yeah, we've got 2 kind of party support options, and then just intelligence. That's interesting. I mean, stats are always great, right? Being able to just cast things. Starting with a spell point sounds good. I like some kind of ability as well. Critical hit axes, swords. Loving that guitar tuning there as well. Okay, battle ready. Deal 3 mental to first enemy in range. Or a lumbering strike. I'm going to grab a lumbering strike. I've got 1 more point, so maybe take some armor? I can't craft for now. Okay, Hammeh the human bird. Let's roll. Finalise and finish. You will not be able to make any further changes. That's alright. I can deal with that. Scarabre below. What's below here? Let's find out. Okie dokie. So, let's get in. Course of Gelfane's hammer will bring them crashing down. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So, the Bard's Tale was kind of known for like deep dungeon crawling, like puzzle solving, bunch of stuff like that. So it'll be good to see how those go in this game. And yeah, let's look at combat as well. I'm sure we'll get into a fight here somewhere or another. So it looks as though that part of the story is that Skara Brae, like in previous games, in the previous lore of this universe, the old city has been built upon. So this is, you know, sort of probably one of the old cities that got built upon after a...
Oh, we made it. What a nightmare, eh? Come on. We've got to get to the old guild and figure a way to protect ourselves.
Pretty looking game like this so far. That's the song, maybe the song of the Maiden. Ooh, okay, right. Got a map.
The Adventurers Guild from back before the old town was buried is still here after all these years. Just a little filthier and liable to collapse. At least it's well hidden. No danger of another visit from the Fatherites.
Alright.
Come on. We're looking for a green door.
We are literally underground. What if the temple of this property is condemned? Disease, corruption, or abominations may be found within. Well, I guess I'm not going to be doing that just yet. Okay. Oh. Quick. Commence gathering all the things. Don't know what that does. Ooh, what's this?
Hold on, hero. You'd better touch that luckstone. Luckstones have been around since before the All War. And it's always good to give them a rub, particularly before a fight. There. Now you're safe.
Alright.
No matter what befalls,
alright.
Come right back to here.
Alright. I mean, is there anything this way? No. No pushing of that rock. Okay, save stones. Good to know. So I can find those and whack them and save my game.
Oh dear. Not really.
Just random received pronunciation. Oh dear. What's up there?
Oh look. Adventurers. Hello.
Wait a moment. Don't think these are any friends of ours. No. They're up to mischief. We'll have to fight them, I fear.
Look out, an enemy. Charge enemies before they spot you to gain first strike. If they spot you, they'll get the first turn. I am going to... Fight! Okay, so from what I know of combat in the Bard's Tale, it is grid-based. So you have different sides, turn-based. You have two resources. You kind of have opportunity and then spell points. And that regenerates each turn. Okay, so what have I got on Hammeh? I've got Chop. Physical damage to first cons, and you can move around the grid by using move. That takes opportunity. I'm going to show you being a bard.
Mud in your eye.
Now, if I chug, I get spell points there, and then I can use this. Now, this gives a shield, and then there are ways that it can be upgraded as well. But for a moment, it's just like a shield, which is awesome. And if I get too drunk, like more than my intelligence, I vomit everywhere, then I'm stunned for one turn. But that final drunken turn before I'm stunned, I do double damage, I think. So yeah, being bards, you have to manage being drunk. Obviously, Rabbi doesn't need to worry about this too much. Head knocker, 6 mental to first enemy in range. Well, I think I'll do that then.
Am I supposed to be doing something?
I've got my lumbering strike as well. Oh, it channels. Okay, right. So I'm going to have to wait. I can be interrupted. Now, you saw that I got interrupted there? Oh, there you go. Easy.
Kill for the masters. What masters, I wonder?
Obviously, that is the first fight in the entire game. Entire game. Things are going to get harder than that. And as we get through the game, you will see...
Maybe those rogues were carrying something to burn down these boards. What did you find on them?
I found things, I'll let you know. Oh. I'm just going to run into this fight. But let's soon have an opportunity to explain fighting more. So as there are more people on the battlefield, where your abilities reach will make more of a difference. 4x4 grids. There we go. You need to be in the right place to make sure that you can target the right square with the right ability. And moving costs opportunity, so you only have a fixed amount that you can actually do in a turn as well. I'm going to get drunk.
Here's mud in your eye.
Drinking on the job, eh? So I can lumbering strike, and that will bin one of these guys in one go. And Arabi's got his head knock, which will kill one, so I think we'll do that.
Am I supposed to be doing something?
I'm going to charge up a lumbering strike. Now, if you channel abilities like this, one of the things is that that's just a normal chop. You can get interrupted if they sort of do enough mental damage for you to... There we go, spend all of that. So, as turns, I can chop him down. And
what are we doing?
Hammeh can have a swing with a chop there. So, fine thing I'm going to do. I'm going to move Rabbi over. Going to get my my people in the right place. Well, it turns out I didn't need to because he's moved a bit close to me. But you can see the grid and see where we can reach. So you see, Rabbi's actually not far enough forward. I'll stick him in the front row. A nice little crit in.
Was a nasty scrap. Let's see to our wounds.
Heal up before eating food. That sounds alright. Okay, what have I got? A hearty stew, 20 con. That's quite a lot of. I've got nothing else. Do I need to eat? I don't think I need. I don't think I need to. I'm only 2 hit points down. What have we got? Gold, food, padded armor boots. They sound good. I'm going to give those to someone. Who can use padded armor? Requires training in leather. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Temporarily got a Rebbe, level 5 bard. You've got a mastery book. Now your mastery book, this means that once you've used an ability a certain amount of times, you don't have to have a weapon. So like weapons can do certain abilities, and then once you've used them a certain amount of times, you don't need the weapon if you put it in a mastery slot. So you've got a fixed kind of amount of abilities that you can take regardless of the weapon you're using.
I'd rather we didn't. This all looks rather fatal.
I will quite happily take a sword.
Are these troublemakers too?
There! Get them!
Oh no.
Step up and die!
Okay, how are we going to get these guys? Well, so these guys have got the drop on us this fight. And you can see that these guys are moving around squares. A bit more HP. Alright.
What are we doing?
Just killing stuff fast is good.
Yes.
Giving Rebbe a little buff there, a bit of protection. So you can see these guys are ranged, they're attacking from the back squares. Now because we have abilities that can reach that, we can reach far enough if you mouse over the ability. Now there are some abilities, of course, which only fight in a straight line. I mean, let's just mouse over chop, so you can see basically that I can hit, you know, a sort of 2 ranks back, 1 either side of where I'm sitting, so I can kind of hit everyone in those squares basically. That's why I can reach this guy. But some just go straight, some will only go 1 forward.
Am I
so
supposed to be
you
doing
need to be
something?
careful on your positioning because these are early fights. We don't need to worry about that. And it will change, and you can just see that. Look, my ability. Oh, just missed because the guy moved. So if you're using a slower channeled ability and someone moves, then you're just going to miss. But in the same way, you can use that to your advantage against your opponents, and you can effectively run away from their big channeled abilities. I think we're going to have to eat some of that stew now. Heal ourselves up, save state.
There's another luckstone. Better safe than sorry, I always say.
Okay, so you can save your game, or if you're daring, you can consume the Luckstone's magic, destroying the same but gaining experience for your entire party. Alright. Let's risk it. Give me some XP. Didn't seem like that much XP, I have to say. Okay. Oh! Oh, it's that guy from upstairs.
You let them scatter. Now we shall have to drag them out again. The people must see what a danger these outcasts are. Find them.
More. We're the danger? Who set fire to the guild?
Indeed.
Indeed, my friend. Well, I'm fully voiced. Fully voiced. Ooh. More scavengers? Looks like it. I'm just gonna swing first.
And they vanish.
Oh, blimey. Ooh. These guys look pretty tough. Did I don't think I wanted to get into this fight. I don't think I wanted to get into this fight. Oh, and there's no way of running. I think this was a bad idea. Oh, God. Oh, no. Doom. And I've eaten the save stone, so I'm not... Oh, look. I'm not even doing any damage to them. I'm not even doing any damage. And I didn't save, and I killed the save stone.
Down they go.
Yeah, there's just nothing I can do here. At all. I'm not even doing it. I'm just going to die. So there you go. I've already been punished. They're nasty Fatherrites. Fatherrite paladins. Oh, God. This is not where I wanted to be. I think I have rushed in unwisely. I'm going to suffer my fate for it. And because I didn't save, I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go back to wherever the last save point was now. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I think we just need to.
I think I.
So there we go. There's me thinking everything was so easy. Death comes on shadowed wings and soothes the soul of all life stings. Apart from for me, because now I'm gonna have to go back to wherever it was that my first save was. Oh boy, this should be interesting. So there you go. Pride comes before a fall, and there I most definitely fell. So, having got myself back to where I was just before, because I had to replay those 3 fights from the last thing, I figured you wouldn't want to see the same fights over again. I'm going to bind, I'm not going to consume this time. We're going to be a little bit more careful. We are, however, going to have to watch our friends from the Fatherrites.
You fools! You let them scatter! Now we shall have to drag them out again.
So there you go.
People must see what a danger these outcasts are.
Fools rush in.
More paladins. Can't let them spot us.
No.
Edge left. Stick to the
if I hadn't rushed in.
Adventurers Guild is just around the corner.
If I hadn't rushed in.
Right. No, I mean left.
If I hadn't rushed in. Oh. A nice little. What we got here? Practice stuff. Okay. I mean, I'm always for free loot. I'm definitely a fan of free loot.
What is that?
Oh, God.
One eye, one leg, one arm. Is it a Fashan? I've sung songs about them, but I never thought I'd seen them.
Beware, adventurers are not your friends.
I thought perhaps I was drunk and didn't know it.
Only the temple has the authority to hunt abominations and rest. No vigilantism. Well, this thing's in my way. A Fashan. What does a Fashan do? What does a Fashan do? Beam attack can damage its allies. That sounds painful. I'm gonna... No. Can't head knock it. So I guess we're just gonna do that to it.
What are we doing?
A lumbering strike. Ooh. Hypnotic Eye. 14 mental damage to all targets. What? That sounds... I want to try and see if I can... I think I... Yes. So, because I did enough, like, mental damage, I think I interrupted that ability. Otherwise, that would have whacked us with a big beam. Or I could have just walked out the way of it. Let's not forget that. Actually, no, sorry. Hammeh had his charged ability. So between the two of them, we did enough to interrupt it from whatever it was up to. Yeah, I'm going to throw out some shields, I think.
Feeling good.
Throw some shields out. Oh. Maybe I'll just step out the way here, because I don't know if I'm... I can chop sideways. That works. No, see, didn't do enough. Still...
On your word.
Still charging ability. Still enough? Nope, still not enough. So you can see, look. Like, whatever's happening there. Ooh. That's a good job I stepped out of the way. But he could... Oh, he can still walk and use an ability there. That's quite interesting. No targets in range.
Stepping by.
Ready?
Okay, oh, Rabbi involved. Got a quick chops. I'd see we're almost here. I mean, that either charges up one or it uses a normal ability. So I think we're good. I think we're just about good. I think we're just about good. Oh, I can head knock. Go on. I get the interrupts.
What?
I love the poshness of this bemused voice. What? What? When? Who? Oh, we got some musical bones. Given a shield with full constitution. Oh, that sounds good. Was it an offhand? Okay, cool. Sounds good. Sanctuary score. Okay. All right. Now, which way we? Okay. If in doubt, follow the blue marks on the floor. Kind of creepy underneath it. Look at this place. Look, it's sort of like old sewers, buildings. It's like a whole city on top of a city. Well, there's people there. Let's go see what those people were doing. Oh. Well, that's a satisfying animation, isn't it? What's a mouthy in essence? I don't know what it is, but I want it. First rule of crafting. At RPGs, my inventory management is terrible. Well, you don't seem to be attacking me.
Stay in the camp.
Alright.
Right in front of me. I didn't know whether to shit or scream.
Oh, blimey.
I think I did both.
I've got a knife. I thought I could take care of myself. Not against them things.
This doesn't sound good. Hello, Mary.
What do you... Forgive me, my bile. It is not you who have stirred it, but these cursed clods who broke...
Instrument vendor. He's not gone... What clods were these?
A mob, fevered by the Fatherites. They accused me of trying to lure some badish boy into the shadows, then set upon me with fist and boot. Had not a fellow adventurer been passing, I've no...
Some racism.
Not the fight.
Okay, so these are the different instruments that go with the different abilities for the skill points that we saw. So I need training them before I can use them. Don't have training anything, so maybe I want to grab one of those in future. Alright. And booze, because I'm a bard, and bards like to drink. Obviously.
You have better fortune than your fair friend Mary.
Do not fear me, friends. I beg. Yes, I am a Fatherite, but I no longer take orders from Bishop Henrid or any of his compatriots. It is they who are not Fatherites, for they have abandoned the Sword Father's tenets. Thus, I have broken with them and come here to this refuge to do what a priest must always do. Help the helpless and teach those who wish to learn.
Interesting. Okay.
The Sword Father was a man
law,
once,
sweet law.
the King of Lestras who valiantly drove out foreign invaders and sacrificed himself for the security of his people. Such was his honor and goodness that he became a god upon his death, and his daughter, known as the Blessed Lady, an all-merciful goddess. Together, they watch over mankind, the Father inspiring them in...
Okay.
He did not seem so terrible when first he arrived. Ambitious, yes, but still compassionate and with a keen intellect that was never satisfied. Then slowly his mind became less flexible.
Okay, Bishop Hendred is kind of the guy I think who's running this Inquisition.
I was reprimanded for aiding a dwarf. And when I defended myself, Henrid demanded I give up my ministry. I left without looking back.
Alright.
But I haven't left the truth.
Okay. So he's still a religious man.
Well, I do what I can.
He's a healer. He's a healer.
Let me see what ails you.
Thanks, mate. Oh, one of us is interested in learning the holy arts. Can you help? That sounds good.
If you seek to channel the power of your god for good works, yes, I can show you. First, however, I would ask a favor.
relics.
Some of Henrid's so-called paladins have looted
Patrols the
sacred
world near
relics
Fetakai.
and are wearing them as medals, it seems. As if covered.
Alright, we got a quest. I don't know where I don't know where Fetakai is, whether it's down here or upstairs or...
He's about so high. Right here.
That's a messy business. Oh, people.
Poor folk, more every day. If you need food and healing, see my wife here, Racer.
If I was playing this, I would listen to every word of these because I love listening to the voice acting. But because to keep it flowing, I will skip some of it when you've probably been able to read it. But if you prefer that I listen to it all, then just let me know in the comments.
And why shouldn't I be? Was with them for 30 years until this Henred becomes bishop of the Fatherites.
All voice acted. Can't fault that. It's a glorious time for voice RPGs and sorry, combat RPGs and voice acting. Voice RPGs.
Spent half my life arresting the rats that lived in Scar.
So he's Einar. So he's just another. He's just a non-local human, effectively.
I've got some likely lads patrolling the camp. But what we really need is some
horrible things in the darkness.
Racer's my wife. Met her at her father's tavern. Oh, have a look.
What are you selling? Alright, weapons vendor. I don't really have much money at the moment. So, yeah, I'm probably not buying any of this. But, ooh. Okay, so you got some, well, 954. So, it's actually some pretty nice gear here. 40 damage, so yeah, you can upgrade your abilities. Extend the deflect stance until the ability is cancelled. Ooh, that's good. I think. If you're a fighter. Deflect sounds like a defensive ability. Alright.
Thanks for looking.
I'm going to take some free hearty stew.
Welcome, friend. I'm Racer.
Hey, Racer.
New folks arriving here every day. Driven out of their homes by monsters or paladins.
Okay, you're helping.
It was all chaos here when the attack started, so somebody had to organise. Me and Palafax here, my husband, we started finding blankets and food for the rest.
Okay, you're helping. Alright, cool.
Help out if you can. We need it.
Oh.
Here we are. I told Orlo not to let anybody in who didn't give him the Wildland whistle. Give it a try.
There we go. So another thing is that you use abilities in this game. You get various music which helps you do things. So this presumably opens doors.
That's the tune.
Ah.
Welcome, friend. Hello, Robbie. Glad to see you in one piece.
Oh, into the Adventurers Guild. There we go. We found the Adventurers Guild. I'm guessing this is going to be like a place that we can chill out, a place that we can maybe find quests, that kind of thing. So yeah, you have these different songs that you will learn throughout the Bard's tale, indeed.
1 minute. I got to make a little speech. And this time, I hope we won't be interrupted.
Oh.
All friends, lend me your ears a moment.
Time for some exposition.
Well, friends, seems the Fatherites have decided to wipe us adventurers out once and for all. Not sure if they really think we're behind all the murder and mayhem that's been plaguing Scarabray, or if they just want a scapegoat. But either way, if we ever want to live in peace again, we have to prove to those bastard sword priests that we're not the enemy.
Language, Timothy.
And the best way to do that is to bring them the enemy. Now, I'm sending messengers to the elves and dwarves to petition their help in this. That help, however, may be long in coming. So we need a few brave souls here and now, willing to hunt down whoever's behind this terror and deliver them to the priests. Not just to save Scarabray, not just to save the Adventurers Guild, but to save the lives of all the elves, dwarves, trow, adventurers, outcasts, and practitioners of magic in Caith. So, any volunteers?
Me.
Well, you know where I'll be when you make up your mind.
Hey, listen to me, Rabbi. Alright, okay. Right, so... oh, a save point. Gonna use that. Let's have a final chat with Rabbi.
Ah, I knew you'd come forward, hero. Seems the raid on the Adventurers Guild was just one attack among many today. There's atrocities happening all over Scarabray.
Ah.
And Dalgleish, Ringneck, and the Green Lady,
there we go.
who you met during the fighting.
So it looks like those are the three that we saw at the table
I promised I'd send help
earlier.
if I could find any. Would you look for them? This is the old town, the original Scarabray. When the Mad God
I think the Mad God Tarjan is Bard's Tale 3.
Ago,
there you go, we are underneath.
Shook so the muddy hills around. Now, there's not much more to tell. I can never remember any details of where or how.
No, I'm not going to save Rabbi.
The Fatherites claim that elves, dwarves, trow, and those who practice magic or follow the old ways are enemies of their faith. But until all this magical mayhem started, the most they would do was preach against us.
Okay. Ringneck.
Ha! Ringneck's a collector, I'll call him. Likes shiny things. He was looking into a kidnapping in Wellbottom, the trow camp here in Scarabray below.
We need to find Wellbottom and Ringneck. Tell me more of Dalgleish.
Dalgleish is a dwarf smith and a long-time protector of Scarabray.
Ah, Dalgleish was the one who saved that other elf outside, so he saved an elf.
He fears it's because he's investigating these terrors. He was off just before the raid to lie in wait for the devils at a client's stall in Scarabray above.
Okay, so Dalgleish is upstairs.
She's an elf who dedicated herself to caring for the poorest in Scarabray. She'd heard some rumours of elves luring children away from their families, like in the old tales. She went above ground to learn the truth of it.
Alright, so there we go. I will help them.
If you need some kit, peek in those crates. Won't do to go around defenceless in days like these.
Ooh, a level up as well. Okay, I'm going to loot the crates. I think that's a good time for us to finish up. So that has been my little intro to the Bard's Tale 4 Indeed for you. So this is the Kickstarter backers demo. It's kind of like a closed beta. I think it's the first few hours of the game, but remember this isn't a complete game yet. So actually really liking this so far. Beautiful looking game. Love the music in this, I've said. Combat I think is going to get more complicated than this. I can see how when you have enemies that are moving squares, when your attacks can only target certain squares, and when you have different enemies with different abilities and things, how there could be a lot of depth to this, but obviously this is just the beginning, just the sort of tutorial section. So I'm going to continue this Let's Play here on this channel. Do let me know what you think of this game in the comments. Throw a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. There's going to be more of this. I will release probably another episode later today, the same day that my First Impressions, my Unwrapped series, is over on my main channel. Now my main channel at the moment has been Overwatch lore and everything to do with Overwatch and news and things like that as well. I'm going to be doing a few more of this Unwrapped series where I take games that are either just released and I play the first piece of them to see what I think of them, or games that are in early access, closed beta and similar, to give first impressions of them too. So what do you think of the Bard's Tale? Are you enjoying this? Is the kind of thing you could play? I'm actually really enjoying it so far. I can't wait to see how it develops. I think there could be a lot to this, but I'm certainly enjoying this in this first thing, and there'll be more episodes of this. I will be doing more of this, one probably later today, and then also more of these, playing this right through to the end of the backers beta, and however much gameplay we get in this. So looking forward to it. Cheers for tuning in. I've been Hammeh. Check out these playlists here for more of my content on YouTube, and I'll see you soon. Take it easy.
To bring him low again. Snow in summer, ice in my heart, death's cold fingers tear us apart. Snow in summer, ice in my heart, death